There is some ICE video out there of these takedowns and of these arrests and detentions, and some of it is so bad I just can't even share it with you. It's heartbreaking, all of it, but it's a little like how I feel about animal cruelty. You know, the PETAs of the world and other animal activist outposts of the world, they post on social some stuff, and I can't even watch it. It's so horrible. The factory farming, all of this is so horrible. And I hate to put it in the same category, but I mean, I'm trying to describe how moved I am by it and how repulsed I am by it. And it's so bad. So I was going to send something to Tony last night. I said, I don't think I can send it. I just can't show this on the air. It's too much. So we're going to show you this, which again is its own version. It also has some kind of weird thing we were arguing about, like who's cutting off who and whatever. But this is an ICE interdiction. This is in Chicago, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. So take a look, and this is again. We'll let it run. I'll try to describe a little bit of for the people who are just listening on podcast. But it's taking place in. It looks like what is it? Is that a parking lot?
I think it's an intersection.
Okay, intersection. That white car you see pulling back, it looks white silver. That is ICE. They've arrested a couple already. You can see them leading a guy down the street. Just out of the screen on the left. There he is. You can see him in the white T-shirt. And then the honking of the horn is something that is done by a lot of bystanders. You can see ICE blocking the street with that truck. Now this is an SUV is what they're driving. Now they turn. Now they cut off or crash into a black SUV. And in the black SUV, that's what he's yelling. You can hear hit and run, hit and run. They stop in front of the black SUV. And they get out. They're fully, yeah, they do have those assault rifle type things. I don't know, Tony, you probably know what the weapon is. It's like that, you know, it's like a shorty semi-automatic.
You hit her. Yo. You hit her. You hit her.
Everybody's saying you hit her. Now they're pulling this lady out of the car. There's three of them and then one standing guard. Here comes another. So she's trying to hang onto the steering wheel, it looks like, and then they're pulling her out. Two huge dudes are pulling on her legs.
Crazy. I got no heart, for real. No heart. No heart. She's a female. You guys hit her. How you guys gonna arrest her? You guys hit her. Man, how you gonna arrest her, man? Oh, bogus as fuck. You hit her. You guys hit her. You guys hit her. Whole lawsuit right there.
Believe that. I'm telling you. Don't get your issue. Keep fucking around in Chicago. Keep fucking around in Chicago. Hey, baby girl, you good. Don't worry about it.
Stop resisting.
Don't worry about it. We need that information, bro.
Bogus as fuck.
They end up taking her away, Tony? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, looks like they did.
You guys are bogus as fuck.
So they get into a white SUV. It looks like a residential kind of SUV, like just a civilian SUV.
No.
They got out with the markings on their uniforms of...
yeah, they hit her car. They bogus.
Fuck the border control, bitch ass motherfucker. Hey, make sure she got all her personal information on it too, bro. You hit her.
You guys hit her.
Chicago citizens are really ballsy yelling at all those people with guns. I have to give it to them.
Yeah, it's a question as to whether or not this stuff makes a difference, but I think these images do matter, you know.
That's
And-
your car there at the beginning, so.
Right. The reality is that it was threatened by the governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker. It was threatened that you ICE agents and you Border Patrol people should know if you come to Chicago and you pull this stuff, this illegal stuff, with tear gas and some of these detentions that you've perpetrated and that you're performing here on the streets of Chicago, we will prosecute you because you're violating state law.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that happen yet. I loved it. It was a real great moment when Pritzker said, hey, this is a note to all of you ICE guys and Customs and Border Patrol people. Donald Trump can pardon you for the crap you're doing, but you will be prosecuted in the state of Illinois, and Donald Trump cannot pardon you for that. And we will prosecute you. Now, here's the problem with that. I mean, again, it's a great thing to say, but you'd need cops there in that particular situation we've just seen to arrest those federal officers. I mean, if they're federal officers, I don't know. I mean, again, I think there's vigilantism. I think there are a lot of these guys in these uniforms. They're all armed up. But let's assume they are. You'd need cops to try to detain and arrest these guys. And as you said, they're all carrying assault weapons. So I don't know where that goes, but it's really ugly right now in Chicago. I was just reading a piece from The Economist, actually, it was a couple of days ago, about Halloween. I mentioned this on the show the other night.
Did you see that? Man.
Remember, that's that guy Bovino, Greg Bovino, the senior official at Customs and Border Patrol. He was ordered to actually go to court every day because he was violating the basic court orders on what you could do and couldn't do. That Judge Ellis. The incident that Ellis talked about was when federal agents, confronted with the threat of middle-aged dads shouting at them, lobbed tear gas grenades just as a crowd of children in costumes were gathering on the street for Halloween. Quote, these kids were tear gas on their way to celebrate Halloween in a local school parking lot. I can only imagine how terrified they were. At that hearing, neither Bovino nor the lawyers representing the government disputed any of these specific facts. This is an event in Old Irving Park, a quiet neighborhood on Chicago's northwest side, just one of at least 5 where officials from Customs and Border Patrol threw tear gas at seemingly peaceful crowds. This is Operation Midway Blitz, that's what they call it. Started in early September. And again, Judge Ellis was then overruled to the point that this Bovino guy didn't have to go to court every day. But Bovino's a thug, straight up thug. According to court documents submitted to Judge Ellis by the plaintiffs, one agent also pointed his rifle at a protester and told him, bang, bang, you're dead, liberal.
Nice.
I never expected to be tear gassed on a street of multi-million-dollar houses, said one woman. Remarkably, even Mr. Bovino himself on October 23rd was caught on camera at the front of a phalanx of heavily armed officers throwing a tear gas grenade in Little Village, the heart of Chicago's Mexican district. As Judge Ellis noted, he did not appear to issue a warning as required by the restraining order. He also lobbed the grenade over the heads of the crowd, which the order also forbade. A DHS spokeswoman said that he did so only after somebody threw a stone that hit his head. But the department has provided no evidence of this. It is And by the way, there was no evidence, and they because of that accusation, they went to professional photographers who were there, people filming on phones. They couldn't find any evidence of a stone being thrown. This is pure intimidation by show of force. These are federal agents trying to intimidate a local population. And I will say that I think that's him, Greg Bovino, and he is a thug straight up. I think these photographs, I think these pictures, I think all of the ways in which these things are documented, in the same way that we got pictures and documentation of what was going on in Vietnam in the 60s, and that changed public sentiment. In this case, you don't need public sentiment change. Already, public sentiment is against these ICE raids. But I think this will only serve this documentation to amplify what is already a public that's sour on this. So it will amplify the degree to which people are disgusted by this and repulsed by this and angered by this.
Did you see on Halloween, since you mentioned the attack on Halloween, the pictures of ICE agents allegedly wearing Halloween costumes?
Yeah, didn't we have that? We were going to run it, I thought. I mean, it's kind of, you talk about trolling. Yeah. You talk about trolling. These guys, supposedly ICE agents, again, who knows what the, I don't know what everybody's official status is, if they're actual federal employees or if they're just contractors or what. But as they were driving around, they were wearing the mask. Look at that. That is the mask.
It's a Chucky mask, right?
Is that it, Tony? Is that a Chucky mask?
I don't know. Can't really tell.
Thanks, Tony.
I can't really tell what it is, but it's a Halloween mask. It's like a demon mask.
Can you zoom in on that, Tony? Imagine that guy coming at you.
I mean, it's all just, look at that. That's just effed up, man. That's really effed up.
So this is caught in LA by local news crews in LA, and they reach out to the Department of Homeland Security saying, why are you, are your people wearing these masks? And the response from the Department of Homeland Security is, Happy Halloween.
Wow. That is just, that is just about as nakedly awful as you can imagine. But, well, the U.S. citizen shot from behind. He was shot from behind as he warned ICE agents about children gathering at a bus stop is just the latest. This happened. Where did this happen, Kim? It's this guy. Let me just see. It was. I think it was in Ontario, which is like just east of San Francisco of Los Angeles.
Right. Yeah. This guy pulls over to warn a group of federal agents that they need to kind of wrap up and end their stop of a car quickly because there's a bunch of school-age kids that are gathering at this area to take the bus. So they wanted the officers to know, listen, whatever you're doing, just let you know there's a bunch of kids coming up here. So just, because that's disturbing when kids are seeing all this stuff. So, if you can, finish it up because you got a bunch of kids headed your way. And apparently they didn't like that. And the following moments, the attorneys for this man said an ICE officer shot this man who was offering the warning, who is a U.S. citizen and a father of 3, from behind. Looks like he was maybe hit in the leg. He was saying, excuse me, can you guys please wrap this up? And a masked agent, according to this man's attorney, pulls out a gun and exchanges some words. The agent is also shaking his pepper spray. The guy is in fear, trying to get out of the situation. The agents in their cars had blocked one southern lane and jutted into a second lane. He had to try to reverse to get away. There was a shot from the side back passenger window to the car. This is all what happened to this man. So, allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting because, he did pull over. He's in a car, okay? He pulled over to warn these Homeland Security people that the kids were coming, as Kim says. But the reason that's important is they are characterizing the fact that he was in a car as he was trying to run them over.
Right.
And so, now that they've shot the guy, they need to come up with the story, right? And so, I mean, it just seems clearly that I say clearly, to me, I just don't buy the idea somehow that, you needed to use deadly force in some way to handle this situation. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. He lives nearby on the same road, and he approached these officers just to say, hey, these kids are coming, and they're coming out to wait for the bus. So, and this is it. He was telling them, this is a quote, excuse me, can you guys please wrap this up? And immediately, apparently the masked agent pulls out a gun and exchanges some words, according to the lawyer, and also shaking a pepper spray at him, according to the lawyer's account. And I guess that he was unable to get away, and then it turned into a situation in which there was shooting.
Yeah, I said shot in the leg, but it doesn't note what body part he was shot in. We know he survived. This guy was on his way to work at a food bank.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, this is like it feels almost like a made-up story. I mean, he's so a force of good, and they are such a dark force of evil. It's an incredible juxtaposition to the point that you'd think it's almost like it's scripted out of a movie. He's on his way to work at a food bank, and you guys are there to hassle people who, lawfully pursued life in this country and fled horror in their own country. I get it. There are legitimate violations of visa stays. There are legitimate reasons that ICE agents can operate, but this is absolutely off the scale, ridiculously horrible. I mean, it really has a quality of utter ridiculousness to it. You're pulling people out of cars who have been in this country for 20, 30, 40 years. You're grabbing landscapers and car wash employees, people making nothing, maids and hospital workers and daycare employees. Absolutely awful. And it will continue, and it will become even more aggressive. So, all of that is on the radar, and it will affect not only the fabric of America, but will affect America's dispositions to the ruling party, and that is the GOP. Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.